So I decided that I'm going to do a little intro. I was originally going to film my face in this intro part, but nope, I'm not gonna do that. Nope, because I decided, you know what, I was like, do I have to? And then, no, I don't have to. I don't have to do that. Plus my camera was dying and I did not feel like searching for AA batteries, so I filmed the lining and the coloring process for this first page just to show y'all what I have Cheeto Puff crumbs on my hands. I'm so gross. So it turns out that that entire thing, even like sped up and edited and cut, that is an hour-long video. And I know there's people who are like, I'll watch the hour-long video, but I don't think the majority of people will watch the hour-long video. I wouldn't. So, I put it back into the program and I sped it up again, and it looks acceptable. And it's still 30 minutes. So I was like, hey, perfect idea. This is so smart. I'm so smart. I'm gonna cut it in half. So this is just this part that you are watching now with your eyeballs. This is the lining part of the yep. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be the lining part, and then the colored part will just come out like next week or something. All right. So let's start. I have my roughs, which are all my sketches that I did prior to lining, of how I want things to look and stuff. I have it all in one folder, and I just turn off the visibility for all the other pages. I just leave it on for the one that I'm working on. So then, as you can see here, I moved the paint layer, the new paint layer, on top of my roughs, so I can draw on top of it. And I use the marquee tool here to just move things around from the original format. Maybe I just don't like. And then I turn the opacity down so that I can start to draw and see what I'm drawing. I felt really weird this time drawing them because I feel like it's been a while since I've drawn them, and I feel like they've already changed so much style-wise. Oh, I forgot to mention, every time, oh my god, oh my god. I was clearly struggling with his bangs. They were infuriating me. You will see me struggle again and again and again. Every time there's a new— oh my god! Every time there's a new paint layer, I'm gonna put a farts on because, it's my channel and I think it's funny. Yeah, so. And then guess what? I still wasn't satisfied with how his hair looked. So I did it again. And yay, I like it. I liked it there. So I just left it like that. And then I drew his stupid hairs, which I love so very much. And then I just add some little like scribbles just to add a little bit more like texture, I guess. And then I use the freehand marquee tool. I don't even think it's called that, to move his eyes a little bit because they were in a weird place. It didn't look like he was looking at Peyton. It looked like he was staring off into space. So that's not the point. So here, when I'm working on his jacket, I'm using a reference. That is important because then it looks more accurate.
Right. So my sound is accurate.
I enjoy to use references all the time for everything, honestly. It just looks better. Trust me on this. So here I drew his sleeve, and then I noticed like one sleeve looked way thicker than the other, and I know that when you turn your hand, your wrist looks thinner than like, but I still changed it because it looked weird. I didn't want him to have wrists of two different sizes. It's strange. And then here, I clearly forgot how to draw a hand. Like, okay. So I fixed it. Yay. I like that hand so much more. Anytime I pause, I'm like thinking. I'm like, does this look right? Most of the time it doesn't, but it's okay. I like to draw all these little overlapping pieces on different layers so that later on I could just like erase certain parts. Because I don't like to guess. I don't like to be like, I guess the hand would be here. And oh my god, I couldn't draw the speech bubble, and I decided to go with that. Simple circular speech bubble, still good, works good. Don't even worry about it. And then it's time for text. So when you do text, an entire like different box shows up in this program, but it didn't show up here, so I'll just, I guess, insert a picture of what it looks like. And then considering that was done, I just group it. Just for organization. I'm usually actually not this organized. This is a facade. What you are seeing here is a lie. I am not this organized. Every single layer I make usually does not have a name. It is just layer number 1000, and I'm guessing on which layer is what. So don't be like me. Do what I'm doing here. This is good practice right here to keep everything organized and have names on it. So do that. Okay, so what's happening here is I basically duplicated the layer on the left, and I'm just adding details and changing things. I just kind of want to throw him into the background, and that's why eventually I'll use a blur effect for that. But yeah, Peyton is interjecting here, and I thought it would be funny to just have like his hand there, and then Oliver's like kind of in the background. There's a little arrow pointing to where the filters are. That's where I find the blur effect. And with that, I think my first two panels are done. I feel like that was so much more work than I just make things harder for myself, but it's okay. Okay, so now I'm working on Peyton. Why did I start with his nose? I mean, you know what? Good for you. Once again, just drawing things on different layers. Just makes it easier to erase stuff. Like if you don't like how, like if I didn't like how the collar looked and I had to erase it, I might affect like other things that I do like. So I just like to keep it on separate layers. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm drawing his hair, right? So the bangs are one thing. His hair's kind of a mess, honestly. But then for like kind of the top of his head, I think it's very helpful to kind of like look at your own head and look at other heads. Your hair sprouts from a specific point in your head, and that makes things a whole lot easier when you're drawing hair. It just all comes from the same spot, so it doesn't look like a giant mess. Like his hair is messy, but oh my god. Here I was just trying to figure out whether I wanted it shorter or longer or shorter or longer. And then I decided I'll keep it longer. Yay! Oh my god. Okay, so close. I will say this. Clothes are a pain in the ass, and I hate them. I wish I could just draw everyone naked, but that would be a completely different comic. So I just kind of guess. I kind of guess, to, I guess, practice clothing. I'd be like, I guess the fold would be here. And it's also, I'm trying to stylize it, you know, like there's, like you can make folds, but you can also stylize it to your liking, so it doesn't have to be completely accurate. But sometimes I just kind of get started and put the folds wherever I think they go, and then I just kind of revise it with a reference. And FYI, I couldn't find a reference of someone in this pose with this sweatshirt or whatever, so you know what? Be your own reference. I know it's like, it might feel embarrassing at first, but you will thank yourself for that. Please, if you can't find a reference that you like, use yourself as a reference. You will thrive by doing that. Only you know what you want. So this hand went a lot smoother. Guess what? Because I had a reference the whole time. And I couldn't figure out if I wanted to give him a nail on his pinky or not, but no, because it's folded in. So I was like, you know what? No pinky nail for you. I think this, yeah, I'm satisfied with him at this point. So I just merge him, like his clothes and his collar and his hair and his face and everything onto one layer. Once I'm satisfied with everything, I don't mind. So while you're using the brush tool, you can press the V key, like the letter V, and it will go to the line tool. It'll toggle it on and off so you don't have to keep going in between tools. So here I'm drawing the book. I'm using a reference again. You're gonna get sick of me by the end of this video because I'm gonna be like, reference, but it's important, so reference. Using a reference. I'm just kind of like eyeing this. It might be wrong. It might look kind of wonky or the perspective is weird, but you know. And then I draw the frame because I'm satisfied with how things are going. And then here, I was like, the lettering is gonna be so small. I'm just gonna do the regular schmegular, just scribble on lines and pretend it's text. And then add like a little barcode. I was gonna add a drawing, but like you can see, like, what the fuck was that? So I just added more lines. Like, yeah, there's more text there. And then I just add varying widths to those lines just to give it a little bit of weight. And after I'm happy with that, I start labeling things and I group them. Again, very important. Please do this. Please do this. And then I'm adding the little like sound effects. I use a different text than the speech bubble. I guess it's for organization's sake. I don't know if that's good comic practice, but that's what I do, so. And then once again, those beautiful circular speech bubbles, because I clearly was struggling beforehand. So this is good. This is good enough. It looks clean. It's good. So don't even overthink it. It's okay. And then here I'm just adding his dialogue. And after that, I'm happy and I'm done. And this is what it looks like. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you will want to stick around and wait for the coloring video to come out. I'm gonna be working on that next weekend, maybe. I think so. I will let you guys know. And here are my socials. And you know what? That's it. We're done. Bada bing, bada boom. It's over. Now go do it yourself. Now you go try it. Now you do it. It's your turn. Bye.